You ever catch yourself scrolling through life, wondering why some people seem to level up effortlessly while you're stuck in the same routines, same habits, same old self-doubt? Maybe it's the guy at the gym who never misses a session, or the coworker who consistently gets noticed without even trying. And here you are, staring at your screen, thinking, why not me? The difference isn't luck, talent, or sheer grit. It's identity. The way you see yourself, your internal story about who you are, dictates your choices, your habits, and ultimately, the trajectory of your life. In the next 90 days, if you're willing to shift that story, the impact could be profound. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand the psychology behind identity shifts and how to design your transformation. Not through willpower, but by becoming someone new in your mind first. The first mindset you encounter is what I call the reactive self. Picture someone waking up, checking their phone, and letting notifications decide their mood, energy, and day. The reactive self reacts to life rather than shaping it. Choices are often impulsive or habitual, and every decision is influenced by immediate emotions rather than deliberate identity. Psychology shows humans default to behaviors that reinforce their current self-concept. If you see yourself as someone who procrastinates, your brain will justify delaying, even if you know better. Recognizing this is crucial because the first step in an identity shift isn't forcing behavior. It's noticing how your current self unconsciously governs your actions. Maybe it's you, maybe someone you know, who feels like life is a series of reactions, always a step behind. Then there's the experimental self. This is the person who starts to test new habits, routines, and small challenges intentionally. Imagine someone deciding to wake up an hour earlier, not because they're disciplined, but because they're curious. Each small experiment challenges the old identity, creating cognitive dissonance, the uncomfortable tension when reality conflicts with self-concept. The brain doesn't like contradictions, so it adjusts beliefs to align with behaviors. By repeatedly experimenting, you start to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than your old story suggested. Have you noticed that when you try a new habit, it feels awkward at first? That's the brain signaling that identity boundaries are being nudged. Another profile is the committed self. The difference between experimental and committed stages is consistency. This is the person who integrates new behaviors into daily life, making them automatic. Imagine someone who used to skip workouts, suddenly making it non-negotiable. Or someone who used to binge-watch TV, now dedicating an hour each morning to skill development. Consistency cements identity. Psychologists call this identity reinforcement through repeated behavior. Each repeated action is a vote for the kind of person you want to become. Pause and reflect. Are there areas where your actions undermine your desired self-image? Repetition rewires neural patterns, turning choice into habit. Then comes the reflective self. This is the stage where introspection amplifies growth. Imagine a person journaling at night, reviewing what worked, what didn't, and how it aligns with the identity they're cultivating. Reflection allows the brain to consciously connect behavior to belief, reinforcing the new self-concept. Neuroscience shows that metacognition, thinking about your thinking, strengthens neural pathways associated with desired behaviors and weakens those tied to old patterns. Reflection also provides emotional clarity, helping you navigate setbacks without slipping back into old defaults. Perhaps you've experienced this. Just a few minutes reviewing choices can reveal patterns that would otherwise stay invisible. But here's the twist. Real transformation doesn't happen through actions alone. It happens through alignment. Actions, habits, and thoughts all begin to tell the same story. Who you are is evolving. In psychological terms, this is identity-based behavior change. When your self-image shifts, your brain interprets the world differently, and decisions that once felt difficult become natural. Want to exercise regularly? Eat healthier? Take on leadership roles? Once your identity aligns, these behaviors are no longer optional. They become inevitable extensions of who you are. It's not willpower. It's self-perception, directing action effortlessly. Consider this. The person you become in 90 days is already being shaped now, every time you act in alignment with a new identity. So how do you begin? Start by defining the identity you want to inhabit, not the goals. Goals are temporary. Identity is enduring. Instead of saying, I want to run a marathon, say, I am a runner. Instead of, I want to read more, say, I am a lifelong learner. Then, take small, consistent actions that reflect that identity. These actions don't have to be grand. They just need to be consistent. Over time, your brain internalizes these behaviors as natural, shifting self-perception without constant struggle. Every micro-action becomes a building block for the person you're becoming. It's crucial to notice resistance and discomfort. The old self will fight to maintain the familiar narrative through procrastination, self-doubt, or distraction. This is normal. Resistance is evidence that an identity shift is underway. Psychology calls this cognitive dissonance tension, created when behaviors contradict long-held self-beliefs. Lean into it. Observe it. Each moment of discomfort is an opportunity to reinforce the new self. The brain adapts not through comfort but through consistent, deliberate experience, proving a new story is possible. Over 90 days, if these principles are applied consistently, the changes compound. Habits solidify, perception shifts, and behaviors that once required effort become effortless. You don't just perform differently, you are different. Relationships improve, productivity rises, and self-respect deepens. People start responding to you differently. Opportunities appear, interactions change, and confidence grows organically. The transformation feels natural, even though it's engineered through deliberate psychological design. Now, reflect on your own identity story. Are you the reactive self, letting life dictate your choices? The experimental self, cautiously testing new behaviors? The committed self, solidifying habits into identity? Or the reflective self, consciously reinforcing the story you want to live? Awareness is the first step toward meaningful change, because you can't become someone new without noticing who you are today. Even small, daily shifts in action and mindset accumulate into powerful identity transformation over 90 days. Here's the challenge. Define the identity you want, act in alignment consistently, reflect intentionally, and embrace the discomfort along the way. Each micro-action is a vote for the person you're becoming. 90 days from now, your life can feel fundamentally different, not because of external circumstances, but because your brain, habits, and self-perception have evolved. The identity shift isn't just a strategy, it's a psychological blueprint for transformation. Which stage are you in today? The reactive, experimental, committed, or reflective self? How does this perspective land for you? Consider sharing your thoughts in the comments and observe how your awareness and actions begin to create subtle, unstoppable change. Because in 90 days, the person you see in the mirror can be entirely new. And the process begins the moment you decide your identity matters more than your comfort. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Hit the like button if this helped you.